Ben?
Uh, 30 points on 10 shots. Could you talk about the night Anthony Brown had?
Oh, great game. Boy, he lit us up. Good from all areas. He was good in every area of the floor, free throw line, 3-point line, getting to the rim. Uh, he really put on a show. He was great.
What did your team do better defensively in the second half?
I think we did a better job. Besides the fact that Brown went off on us, I think we did a better job of guarding them, knowing the personnel, knowing their strengths and weaknesses. I felt like early in the game there were little idiosyncrasies or things that they are good at, where we didn't shade certain areas or force them certain directions where they exploited us.
With DJ and Devontae both not having great shooting nights, how were you guys able to make it close in the second half there?
I thought our guys really dug down deep and just fought and battled. And I know we got beat by 13, and it's disappointing, trust me. We're trying to win, and our guys are battling, but our guys really, really fought hard to get it back down to, I think it was 6 at one point, and DJ had a 3, and I think it rattled out. But he hits that, and we get it down to 3, and we've got momentum. Who knows? But it didn't. Instead, we didn't score it. They go down, they get down 1, now all of a sudden they're up 9. I thought that was a pivotal play during the game. But our guys, they didn't give up. They kept battling, they worked hard, and that's what got us back in the game.
With two close losses to two teams who beat you guys pretty handily earlier in the season, does this week still have some positives that come out of it?
I can't think of any. Can you? Nah, I'm being facetious. Yeah, there's positives. Early in the year, we talked a lot about free throws and how we couldn't make free throws. We shot free throws pretty well. We actually executed some things well. I thought Stanford did a good job of playing physical with us, and the physicality won out. Especially the first half, I thought they did a nice job of guarding our screening action and being physical. We had a hard time getting open. And so you got to give them credit. They took advantage of the situation, and we were not able to capitalize on it by getting to the free throw line much the first half.
How is Stanford able to score 17 points off only 9 turnovers?
I'm sorry, ask that again?
Only 9 turnovers for you guys, but they still managed to score 17 points off of them. What were they doing that off of those turnovers that gave you guys problems?
I guess I don't, right now I'm not sure. I know a couple times they had some nice breakaways where we turned it over in situations where they were gone. It was a 2-on-1 or 3-on-1 or 1-on-0, whatever it was. But those transition points really hurt us. Not only tonight, but every game. If we do turn it over, we've done a pretty good job of that. In fact, I think I pointed that out the other night. I think we had 6 turnovers against Cal, and we've done a pretty good job in that area. But when we do turn it over, it seems like teams scored a high rate in transition against us, and that's where it's hurt us.
It seems like the second half of these splits, the second game, you guys often struggle to score early on. Do you think fatigue is an issue, or the players' legs after the first game still there?
I need to think about the other games first, I guess.
Oregon, Utah.
Yeah, maybe, although we sure go light in practices leading up to it. We're always concerned about, have we gone too light and not played aggressive enough to initiate the game? Because if you go too light during workouts, a lot of times that's what leads right into a game. So sometimes you want some good aggressive workouts, but I'd have to look at that. I know tonight they came out and they got after us early, and we didn't make some shots, and all of a sudden before you knew it, we were down, 10 or 12. It's hard to overcome that.
Do you think when another team jumps out to a big lead like that, and then Brown's hitting a corner 3 off the backboard, do you think there's kind of a sense of, oh no, not it again for some of the guys?
Could be. I hope not, and I doubt it. We've talked a lot about exactly that and being mentally tough and persevering and fighting through adversity. And I think that's why even tonight, we got down quite a few, but I didn't see any finger pointing. I saw guys coming back to the huddle, encouraging each other, staying together, putting their arms around each other. Hey, we're going to do this. Let's stick together. Let's keep battling. So I'm proud of that, even though we got beat. I'm proud of the fact that our guys continue to fight together.
Did you see some encouraging things out of Jordan tonight?
Yeah, I thought he did a nice job the second half. It was hard not to put him in later in the game, but Junior fouled out, and we felt like, okay, now it's down to 3 or 4 minutes. We really need scoring. And even though he hit a couple buckets, we just thought, let's go with Dexter. We need Dexter on defense with his quickness and his length, and it gives us one more guy out there that can potentially hit a shot because they went zone. And so if they stayed in man, great chance we would have gone back with Jordan. But they didn't, so we went with Dexter. But Jordan did some good things. He did some good things.
Coach, did you see them doing anything specific on DJ and Lacey to cause them to struggle from the field shooting?
No, not really, except they just played very aggressive on those screens. That's primarily how we try to get these guys open. They did a nice job of denying entry passes and getting us to catch it further out. And then, again, on those screens, they did a good job of being physical where we struggled coming off the screen and catching it in an operating area.
And you had Royce and Jordan come off the bench again today. Talk a little about Jordan. Did you see the production you wanted out of Royce? At least any improvement?
Yeah, I thought Royce did some good things. He hit some shots, hit a couple free throws. He made some nice passes, led us with 4 assists. I thought Royce did some good things.
Are you going to continue to have him come off the bench?
I don't know. Right now, I'm not sure. Right now, I'd like to sneak him in and go 6 versus 5 against Oregon State if we can pull it off. Start him and Dyke.
Do you ever get a sense that, there was so much potential for him at the end of last year? He was playing so well. He almost seemed that, he was going to be 1A and 1B with Lacey at the start of the team this year. Is he ever getting deflated by the fact that the season isn't turning out the way a lot of us thought it was going to?
I don't know about deflated, but yeah, he recognizes he's not having near the season he had last year, and I'm sure he's disappointed. He's playing a different position. Last year he played the off guard. That's a different role. But if he's playing off guard for this year, now he's competing with Q, Dex, and Devontae. And so because we want him on the floor, and we think some of those guys are pretty good, we thought let's run him at the point to try to keep him on the floor. But it's a different role.
I know he was kind of forced into a new situation last year with Moore being gone before the season started, but in a hypothetical world where Royce had gotten to play the position he was meant to play this whole time, how different do you think things would have been for him?
I think he would have had a better career. And I think he showed that last year when he had 36 one night here against Oregon. I don't know what he averaged, 10 or 11 points a game on the year. But he has a scorer's mentality. And so sometimes it's hard for a guy that has a scorer's mentality when the ball's in his hands to all of a sudden change almost your personality and be looking for other guys instead of how do I find an opportunity for a shot. And you're kind of playing in 2 different minds. And I think that's hard. But once Reggie was gone, we needed to put someone in. Once Danny was gone, we needed to put someone in. And so unfortunately for Royce, he's the guy that's had to switch positions.
Thanks, Coach.
But,
Coach, you guys didn't have a lot of 2-point field goals in the game. Do you feel like their length really gave you guys problems in terms of attacking the rim?
Yeah, I talked about that on the radio after the game. I think what bothers us more than anything is teams with quickness and length, because we need to be able to shoot shots. We don't have a lot of post presence down there where we dump it down and score right near the hoop. So we feel like our strength is probably shooting the perimeter shot, and because that's what it is, quickness and length can affect that. Even if they fly by, you shot fake and go. Once you go, now you've got length to deal with again. And that's been hard for us.
Do you think the team's early success shooting three-pointers in the first half caused them to maybe overshoot it in the second half?
Well, if you flip that around, what was our success from two first half? Excuse me, I have my glasses, but
7 for 22.
5 for.
2 with 13.
Yeah, 2 for 13. So on the flip side, do you want to keep going inside the arc because you were 2 for 13? You follow me?
Sure.
Is that answering it? Like, we're 5 for 9. So is your question like, is that a good reason to keep shooting him? Or kind of like, was that fool's gold?
Sure. Just when they then struggled in the second half from beyond the arc, do you think they kept shooting, trying to kind of regain the success?
I don't know, regain. It's just, again, that team is tall. We're standing there for the national anthem, and Coach Jensen says, "Man, they are tall." And my response was, "Yeah, well, not only tall, look at their arms." And you look out, and you've got Junior at 6'7", and Mastic's at whatever he is with length, and that's one of their strengths. They're very quick, athletic, and long. And like that one move Powell made near the hoop in the second half, that's an NBA play. That kid's a future NBA player. It's hard for us to stop a guy like that, and that he only had, 9 points. He's big time.
Do you think that's why DJ started the game in the post, really aggressive, but got blocked a couple of times and was with that length? Do you think that's why he went away from that and then kind of went out of his group 2 for 14 from the game?
Yeah, I think again, DJ made some nice moves and then got in there and then probably took one more bounce or one more step and tried to get a shot off. But they're quick enough and long enough to still be there. Mm-hmm. And that's what bothers him and a few of our other guys.
Thank you, Coach.